you guys. So, what I'm about to say has nothing to do with anxiety or ADHD. I mean, it could. I don't know, but it's something I've been wanting to say for a while. And yesterday, on my way home from work, I'm doing a clopening. Yes, I had to close last night. Now I'm opening. But, but like something popped in my head. So here recently, like my father, I love my father to death. So my dad is about to have surgery. So like in about a week or so. And it's the first surgery he's ever had in his whole life. And he's almost 70. So I mean, that's a plus, right? But he's scared to death, and I can tell that he's scared. And so anyway, I've just been thinking a lot about just fathers in general, and my father and my mother, and just everybody, like the life that I had when I was little, growing up and all of that, and my parents were divorced when I was like super small. Like my earliest memories, I mean, I do remember them being together. I was like 2, or 3 or something like that. But like, I don't really, after that, they weren't together. I have memories of being with my mother at her apartment, and like when I was like 5, and all of that. So like meeting my stepfather, I have those memories. But something that I thought about, because my father is like, to me, I mean, I guess every girl is like this, to me, my father is like the best father ever. And I can say that with so much assurity. Like, he is like my dad, and he's like the best dad I've ever known in my entire life. And even when I look from the outside looking in, even if he wasn't my dad, just the kind of father that he is, he's amazing. And he wasn't around my whole life. There was years when I was a teenager and got older that he wasn't around. He wasn't. He's still the best father on the planet. But I was thinking about this, because I was thinking about how other people are, especially nowadays. I don't know what's going on with this latest generation. I don't. All I know is that I am very thankful that my mother never, as much as they went through, never talked crap about my dad. And I'm going to say that that's probably one of the reasons why I was able to embrace the relationship with my father so much, even if he wasn't around. Because when I was a teenager and stuff, it wasn't like I was like, oh, where's my dad? Because I wasn't. I was a teenager, being a teenager, and I don't remember ever thinking that way, and so I know that if my mom would have brought me up talking crap about my dad, being ugly about my dad, just constantly, I probably would have seen him differently. And I am so thankful that my mom didn't do that. She would do like she would have little snappy moments where she would be like, blah, 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 about my dad. But that was so rare. Like, super, super, super rare. So, like, and my dad the same. My dad never talked bad about my mom, and it made my life so much easier, They would state little facts or state little truths, about when they, where they were together or whatever, but like little stuff that as a kid, like I was like, okay, I don't know. Even when I got older, it wasn't, but I will say this, it bothers me that people talk crap about the significant others or the people they used to be with to their kids or around their kids. They're trying to put their mind, how they feel about the parent, into their child's mind and heart. And I think that is like the worst thing on the planet to do to a child. If the parent is that bad, the child will figure it out on their own when they get older. You shouldn't do that. Regardless, a parent is a parent, and they are going to be a hero in their eyes, in the child's eyes, like no matter what. And so for you to take that away from a child is awful of you as a parent. If you really love your child as much as you claim to, you won't do that to them. You won't destroy their idea or thoughts of what the other parent is. And like I said, I'm very thankful that my parents didn't do that to me growing up. And I guess one of the reasons I'm saying this is because my husband is going through that, and I don't understand. I guess he's had horrible choices in women in the past. I don't care how bad a person is to you, you have no right to turn their children against them. Like, zero right to do that. And for you to do that fucks with, so sorry, I shouldn't have cursed, but it messes with the child's life. It messes with their emotional life, their mental life. Everything gets messed with because when they're little, they're going to believe everything that you say. And so it's like something that you shouldn't do. You shouldn't do that. That's like such a messed up thing to do. You might have issues with the parent. You might have very good cases against them to you. But when it comes to their child, it's different. That's their child. That's their father. That's their mother. That's not their spouse or girlfriend or boyfriend at all. Like, that is not what that is. So for you to do that or throw that in their face or be like that constantly, it messes with them, and it's going to mess up their life in the future and everything. And hopefully, hopefully, I would pray that those children grow up and are able to think on their own and see things for what they really are. But like, that's something that bothers me to this day. Like, it bothers me so much. It just really does. Me being a child from a divorced family, parents and all of that, I'm telling you, that's not the way to go. It's just not the way to go. It bothers me. I see the pain that my husband goes through, and I look at everything logically. I'm very big on that. I'm very big at looking at everything from every point of view and every angle imaginable. And I'm always like that. And I still do not see how anyone can think bad of my husband as a father. I don't see it. I can see where they might see bad of him as a husband or a boyfriend or something like that. I'm going to be 100% honest. I can see that. But when it comes to being a father, I don't see it at all. At all. Like, at all. Not even one smidgen of, I don't see it. I see his downfalls. I've seen where he's messed up, and nobody's perfect. But like, even my own father did that. My own father had moments where he didn't didn't do as he should have. But I mean, none of us are perfect. Like, none of us are perfect. Anyway, I just thought I'd share that. It just upsets me. And my husband's going through so much right now. He's in pain. Like, the last few days, it's been awful. He's like shaking so bad because when he tried, a few days ago, he was shaking uncontrollably and in pain. Every time he tried to move, even if he tried to just sit up on his own or anything, he's sitting there shaking, his eyes are watery, and it just bothers me.